And there is a scene in this movie that I think will be divisive among fans, where either you're gonna get it or you're not gonna get it. And even if you do get it, you're gonna be like, well, that doesn't belong. That doesn't belong in a movie like this. I feel like it took me out of the movie. But no. That's probably one of my favorite scenes in the movie. Bravo. Encore. Yes. It's been a while since I did one of those, man. Look here. 2 weeks in a row. Who'd have thought? I was just talking about how 2025 has been weak, but you know what? I always had faith. I always had faith in this movie. I said Ryan Coogler, with the exception of Wakanda Forever, I said Ryan Coogler always knocks it out of the park. And I said, I know it. I predicted the motherfucker. So 2 weeks in a row, y'all. First Warfare, which was an A+ movie. And I'm just going to say it right now, up front. Sinners is an A+ movie. I watched the teaser and nothing else. I didn't watch a full trailer. I didn't watch any reviews. So before you're talking about, oh, you capping like everybody else, you sound like everybody. Listen, maybe my review will line up with everybody else. I don't know what everybody else said. I'm going to go watch everybody's shit after I do mine. But what I will say is that I took my daughter with me and we sat down and watched this in Dolby. And when I say that this is one of the best movie experiences I've ever had, goddamn. When I say Ryan Coogler put his foot, his ankle, he put everything in this motherfucker here. All right. And I'm going to try to refrain from too much cussing because I know YouTube will flag me. But Sinners, let me tell you something, y'all. I'm so joyful about what I just watched that I don't even know how I'm going to articulate all of my thoughts and everything that I feel about the movie and all this and that there. Take this critic shit, throw it out the window right now. Just as a moviegoer, as a fan, as a lover of films, a cinephile, whatever you want to call me. This is what you go to the movies for. All right, Michael B. Jordan stars as two characters, right? See, I don't want to give too much because I don't know what the full trailer gave away. So all I'm gonna say is that this takes place in the Jim Crow South in the 1930s. This young brother who is a guitar player, his daddy a preacher, and he's a very talented musician, but he's stuck in the confines of the church and the laws of the church. He wants to branch out. He wants to show the world what he can do. Here come his cousins, the twins, Smoke and Stack. All right, they got a stack of money. They want to start a juke joint and say, hey, man, you rolling with us. And so now we go on this journey where they recruit all these different characters that's going to help with this juke joint. They get to the juke joint, and that's all I'm going to say. And for like an hour and a half, it's mostly about these characters and getting to know these characters. And when I say that Michael B. Jordan deserves, and I say he deserves an Oscar win, but then again, Rashad, you haven't seen every performance this year already. I don't think I'm going to say anything that's going to top this. To play twins, to play two characters like this, man. And, you know, there were times where I'm like, they felt like two different people. That's how good he played both of them because they both had their own look, their own personality. And even like as far as being together, like back in the day when you saw a movie where like say like Double Impact, when you saw them together, you could see the green screen where, you know, they're not really staying next to each other. Here, they look like they were really staying next to each other. And Michael B, he did his thing here. This is probably one of my favorite performances of his. And I'd be bold to say this probably is his best performance. Because I think about Killmonger, you think about Creed, all Ryan Coogler films. But when I say Michael B killed it in this movie, like the whole cast, man, Delroy Lindo is in here, who's a criminally underrated actor. What's the one chick, she's over the TVA lady. She's in here. Okay, you have an all-star cast, and there's one beautiful sister in here too, y'all. The one that what's the guitar player name? The boy, what's his name? I always want to call him Louis, but there was a chick that he had eyes for, and the moment I saw her, I was like, oh, that's a beautiful woman right there. I gotta look her up. I gotta see who that is, man. That motherfucker bad. So yeah, this movie gives you everything. Like if you go into this blind like I did, you get the full experience, man. You get a period piece. You get a horror movie, and the horror is really good here. So, okay, let's address that. The horror in here is top notch, okay? And I know a lot of times when you think of, okay, black director, black horror film, okay, it is horror, but it's not really horror. No, this has a lot of good horror elements to it, some good vampire action. It sticks to the vampire lore. All right, so it doesn't try to reinvent the wheel as far as vampires, but what it does is that it gives us a fresh take on it. And refreshing is the best word I can use to describe this movie, man, because we've been getting a bunch of mid joints this year, and where I feel like I'm almost obligated, like, to go to the movies where it feels like a chore, where I don't want to go, but I know, like, I talk about movies, so I gotta go. But man, I want to go see this again. I want to go see Sinners again. This movie gave me everything that I wanted and then some, okay? Exceeded expectations. I know it was going to be a banger, but it exceeded expectations. I was going to do an out of the theater reaction to this, but I said, nah. I took that time, that 20-minute ride home with me and my daughter. We talked about this the whole way home, and I enjoyed it even more after talking about it. So yeah, not only is it a horror movie, it's a period piece. Then I think also, now this is what I got out of it, y'all. I took it as a cautionary tale about the music industry. You know what I'm saying? Exposing the evil of the music industry. And I say, damn, they can almost make a trilogy out of this. You know what I mean? I felt like I was like thinking, brainstorming out loud to my daughter. I was like, yo, imagine, okay, this is 1932, right? Now imagine if we could take it like to the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Do a 90s movie for a second joint, and then the third movie could be like in today's times, because it just exposes the music industry and how black people have been exploited by the music industry. You know what I'm saying? And I love that, man. And there is a scene in this movie that I think will be divisive among fans, where either you're going to get it or you're not going to get it. And even if you do get it, you're going to be like, well, that doesn't belong in a movie like this. I feel like it took me out of the movie. But no. That's probably one of my favorite scenes in the movie, because you get a history lesson. You get you get a damn near 100-year history lesson in a 2-minute scene. And it's all done in visuals. You know what I'm saying? I love this. I love this movie, y'all. I can't, wait a minute, I don't want to lose nobody, because I know, see, when I get passionate, I can go on and on and on. Bottom line is, Sinners is that movie. This is the movie to beat this year, okay? And this has the total experience. There's nothing negative I can say about this, man. Like I said, I just take that critic shit and just throw it out the window now. There's nothing negative I can say about this movie, man, at all. This worked from beginning to end. And it gave me shades of From Dusk Till Dawn a little bit. I got a little bit of just, any vampire movie you could think of. Let's say From Dusk Till Dawn. A little bit of The Thing. Okay, there's a scene that represents The Thing here. A little bit of the piano lesson. Yeah. A+. That's all I gotta say. So I hope I don't think I spoiled anything. If I did, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it. But go see this movie, okay? If you have not seen this movie, go see it. And if you have seen it, this is a spoiler-free review. So comment below what you thought about the movie without spoiling it, because I plan to do a whole spoiler discussion on this joint, man. All right, that's it and that's all. So yeah, comment below what you thought. If you like it, dig this content, hit that like and subscribe, notification bell in the corner, all that good stuff. And yeah, this is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.